when it gets tough, the executives have to get better.
Yeah.
Not to people, not the everyday people that are running the machinery, but the executives. So leadership has to be much greater. Basically, the theme was, ain't no virus gonna stop us.
Right. I love it. Now,
Hey, so like we are gonna have the single best year we have ever had at this company.
We are too. And I see that with so many people. It's very encouraging. It's exciting, right?
And I think what happens is people that are committed find the best part of them when they get hit and their commitments get challenged. And COVID certainly is challenged. I mean, look at it. People have lost their family members. 40 million people lost their jobs. Industries are just whacked.
Yeah.
So you're not interviewing any of those people, right?
No, I am. And it's really cool.
But you're not interviewing anybody at Marriott hotels or American Airlines.
I am not. No, but I am interviewing people that own restaurants and things like that. Right. A lot of it is just being adaptable. And that's like what I really want to dig down into with you is what have you taken away that's new for you that in this last 8 months or so, as we've been addressing and dealing, that you think you're going to take into 2021 that would be good to share with everybody else here?
So as you know, we've been virtual for a long time. You know, we have been very heavy social media, Zoom or any kind of video, any way to deliver to the client every day,
right,
whether we're paid or not, has been a heavy emphasis. So all we've done really is not just double down on that, but 10X on that.
Okay.
And
in terms of content or amplification or budget or what?
Just everything. Now we have no energy being, basically we flipped our model so that because it was taken away from us, the in-person events, the hotel events, the big, 30,000 person conferences, it got taken away from us.
Right.
So we leaned, we just leaned hard into that other thing. And then we have executives here saying, hey guys, we're not going backwards, we're going forward. We want to take everybody with us and put in more time if you have to, but we're not going backwards.
Did anything change in the messaging to your clients that were having a challenge, like the people that were, saying, gosh, this is really hard for us? Because you have people on contracts that pay every month, and some of them might have run into challenges. How do you deal with those kinds of customers?
Yeah, so we have 2,000 customers, corporate customers that pay us every month. Mm-hmm. I don't know that this actually happened, but the request for me was, hey, please reach out to the 2,000 people and say, what do you need from us?
Right.
Do you need time? Do you need a break? Do you want to cancel? What do you want to do?
Right.
And they're like, they pick one of those, A, B, or C. And then we would ask this question: do you plan on going out of business or filing bankruptcy? And they'd be like, no. Well, good. Then we're not going to discontinue.
Right. So the three options were: do you need more time?
Do you need time? Do you need help? You want to just keep going, or do you want to cancel?
Okay.
And then when they could pick whatever, and then I'm like, okay, the next question was, or do you plan on filing bankruptcy?
Right.
And do you plan on, stopping your business? And if they said no to either one of those, we said, well, then we're going to continue. Right. If they said no, we would file bankruptcy, then we said, well, then we're definitely not going to discontinue. And they're like, why wouldn't you? Because if you're going to file bankruptcy, you want debt.
Right.
When you restructure, you want to restructure debt. You don't want to restructure. We want to restructure, but we don't have any debt. I mean, you're just not going to get any help like that. So I think the two things that we walked away with was, one, when it gets tough, the executives have to get better.
Yeah.
Not to people, not the everyday people that are running the machinery, but the executives. So leadership has to be much greater.
Yeah.
And the second thing is just whatever you lose, you need to figure out how to pick that up times something in these other spaces.
Yeah. And you did that well. Two things. One, I want to point out. So what I heard you say earlier is that you took a lot of the people who were fixed overhead and said, you got to hit these performance requirements. So they're effectively on a performance pay, even if they were not like on a commission performance or something like that. You're like, dude, if you want to stay here, you gotta make, right. And here's here's the clearly articulated requirement for you to do that. That's really cool. And because then as long as they're hitting that, you're good, right?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I know as long as they do the right number, the right amount of outflow, the outflow is going to take care of the inflow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so you get the
as
leading
long-
indicator of this many calls made, this many outreaches, et cetera, right?
Exactly. And then, you know, it just so happens I was wrong about almost everything.
Yeah. Tell us about that. What were you wrong about, and how will you address that going forward?
I thought the world was coming to an end.
Did you really? Okay. All right.
I was 100% sure that no one would ever pay us again for anything.
Right.
Literally for the next 3 months, every time somebody gave me $1,000, I was like, what is wrong with these people? I would call Jared. I'm like, who is buying anything right now?
Right.
I mean, I was so terrified, Roland, when this happened that I told my wife, because we get flowers delivered to the house, stop the floral. Okay.
That's funny.
Because no, it's true, because I remember 2008, and man, I remember I was in a different position in 2008 because I was dependent upon one vertical.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, 2008 is what made Grant Cardone who he is. Like you know, I'll talk about myself in a third party here, but it really, like, 2008 was a blessing to me.
Yeah.
And we expand. I knew then that I had depended upon one vertical. You guys have always been across the board. So well done on your end. I was dependent upon one vertical. And when it got killed, I got killed.
Right.
And in 2008, I said, this will never happen. The next time this happens, it took 12 years. I'm going to have 50 verticals, and I'm going to be able to take advantage of this. So, and it doesn't matter whether it's digital products, corporate products, or multifamily. We're going to buy about $600 million worth of real estate this year. It's all just working right now.